Hello everyone in Kampala. My name is Barbara. I am currently in Copenhagen. Unfortunately, I cannot be with you at the workshop today because I am very pregnant and cannot get on an airplane. Over the last few months, I've been interviewing ReflACTIONeers, both young and old, in terms of how long they've been with the network, to try and figure out why they engage with the network, what they think about it, what they would like it to become. Now, since today's workshop is going to be about rebooting the ReflACTION network, I thought I would inspire you with some of the quotes from the interviews I've had with people. So, won't take much of your time. I just will give you some of those insights from those interviews. Now, a lot of the interviews have been about the strength of the network and what this has brought to people who participated. And the first quote is that for this person, the biggest added value for me is to have a forum where you meet people who really want to be engaged and really want to be where they are right now. They want to find new ways to think outside the humanitarian system. And before that, in the workshops they would go to, everything was very donor-driven, and it was very refreshing to have a different perspective. This complements very well some other things that people have been saying, because several people have told me the particularity of coming to a ReflACTION event is that people who are at the event are here as individuals and not as representatives of their organization. That was very much the case for me as well. And that makes it a very safe space for disrupting our patterns and the way we usually do things. You can share things about your situation, your job, your organization, yourself, without speaking on behalf of your organization, and then take from the network what you have gotten in terms of ideas and bring back to your organization, but also to yourself in personal growth. And I like this quote from a person who currently works in Brussels and who said, after that meeting in Brussels, I really had a different vision on what we are doing in my professional work. I would question things more. I would have ideas I had not necessarily had before. It's kind of like being at a think tank, but without a fixed group of stakeholders. It's more free, it develops in different directions, you can try out new approaches, and it's not always the same people that come, and every time you get new ideas. Now, some of the other quotes have to do with how this is connected to their organization. So, for example, people are saying that the organization that they're in, you would only want to change the organization itself if it is in the interest of the organization. But because we're here as individuals, we're more able to push this because we're giving individuals more experience that they can bring back to their organization. And a lot of the people are saying that it's been a really exciting journey over the last 3 years, that what they actually find great is that many of the things were envisioned, but also many of the things were not planned and happened, like a tree with unpredictable branches. An example is a ReflACTION workshop that took place in Indonesia, and the person who was telling me about this was like, how did it happen? We just thought, let's do a workshop in Indonesia. Let's just do it. And then we did. And that has a lot to say with how the network is organized, because a lot of the people are saying what is very unique is that people come and go in the network, but it's not so much a problem, it's actually a feature of the network, because that means anybody who comes can engage at the level that they want and that they can. But if you arrive at the end the event and you do not commit, nothing is going to happen. And the mirror of that is people saying they arrive at an event and they realize anything that they commit will grow. And people have been saying, I felt an urge after the workshop. I felt an urge to see the initiative grow. Now, of course, we will want to talk a little bit about the difficulties that the network has been meeting, and those are the things that you might discuss today, but a lot of it has to do with people come, they get great ideas, and then they forget. And that's part of the challenges of being a volunteer network, it slows things down because no one has a professional commitment to the ReflACTION network. They have a vision about what it could be, they have their level of participation, but they are currently not accountable professionally to a network, and it is only a personal desire and a personal motivation that is driving things forwards. But at the same time, people see that as a strength because it is a regular event. So because it doesn't happen only once, like some innovation networks that sometimes happen, they think that it helps them stay identifying all these ideas. So you'll come once, meet very inspiring people, realize the level of commitment you can have ideas, come home, forget all about it because you're back in your usual office. But then 6 months later, you will participate again, and it makes it easier to keep up and to connect again. Because over the last 3 years, some of these ideas have gone from discussions among inspiring people to influence within the German NGO networks, inside specific NGOs, where with the regularity of these new ideas coming, people get inspired to change the organization that they are in. And so I will leave you with this, I think, very inspiring quote of somebody saying, well, at ReflACTION, we're not directly implementing any of the ideas, but we want to be the facilitators of the ideas, the midwives of the ideas. A lot is happening. We haven't yet managed to connect all of this together, but maybe we are the people that will be able to make these ideas birthed and spread out in the environments where we actually are working. So have a great workshop. Thank you.